treat your ears. And now, in a snazzy new shell. IKKO is a fun brand to revisit. Great premium earbuds, a fun anime-inspired aesthetic to a lot of their packaging, and increasingly stepping out to other audio solutions like USB DACs. A while back, I spent some time with the music patch for iPhones, and now I get to test drive their follow-up to the Zerta. IKKO sent it my way to share my thoughts, and here they are. This is really good. We're in the middle of a really fun audio renaissance. Every streaming audio app is looking to improve quality, and while we're hearing more news about improved Bluetooth codecs, the mobile audiophile still probably appreciates the consistency and stability of just plugging in a cable. The Zerta is a DAC amp combo in a small puck form factor and features the nifty trick of having a breakaway magnetic cable. First, and most importantly, the audio quality. This puck takes us up to a high tier for mobile audio, handily competing against terrific options like the LG Quad DAC, and only falling a scientifically small step behind an option like the THX Onyx. Everything works together at this level. It's not just the frequency response for playing high-res audio, it's also delivering all that sonic data with less noise and less distortion. Zerta accomplishes this fantastically well. We want an accuracy and a purity of signal sent to our headphones. On tap is a killer little ESS DAC, which is also paired with a decently punchy amp. Right in the sweet spot for some of my thirstier studio cans. I'm still floating just under half on my phone's volume for a comfortable listening volume for me. This is a straightforward plug-and-play puck. It gets someone into higher quality audio fast, and it's streamlined, even compared against some of my favorite hybrid DACs. But there are some basic tuning profiles available. Colored accent lights tell you if you're in music, movie, or gaming mode. I'm happy that music mode feels the least affected. Movie mode comes in the most aggressive, both for a louder volume and a bigger, bassier vibe. I actually wouldn't say it's great for all movies, but like, action films, those should sound really good. And gaming mode oddly seems the most reserved, noticeably quieter playback after switching the setting, and with some lifts in the EQ that are interesting, maybe in ways that might help dialogue or sound effects in a game stand out. Still, it's a nice consideration over many dongle DACs that only output sound and have no built-in options to adjust. But that gets us to the design and the casing. The little colored lights for different modes are fun. And I really like the idea of using a dongle DAC as an inline remote. Volume controls, playback and pause, skip tracks. It's handy to have all that in a way that doesn't require you to constantly reach for the phone. The only sticky bit with this design is activating an assistant. Long pressing the main button is for switching tuning modes, but every now and then I'd manage to trip Google Assistant instead. I couldn't get a feel for how to consistently launch voice actions. Now, the star of this show is the data cable. IKKO has made other lightning connector DACs in the past, like the music patch that I reviewed, but the ability to quickly and easily swap from a phone to a laptop to a desktop to a tablet, that kind of flexibility should be celebrated. And lightning connectors are a scourge on the environment, which only exist for Apple to squeeze more accessory licensing cash out of consumers and manufacturers. The future is, of course, USB-C, but I digress. No product can survive solely as a lightning connector accessory, and IKKO takes this a step farther with a magnetic breakaway cable, reducing potential strain on your phone's data port and making hot swapping a little faster. Magnets are always the right answer. It does turn this into a bit of a closed system though, so I completely understand some of the concerns about support and longevity. It's encouraging to see additional cabling kits from IKKO. Longer cables, good shielding. It's not a cable you can easily replace if you lose it while traveling, but there are replacements in different styles available to order. This is maybe the best bit of evolution over previous dongle DAC efforts from IKKO, and the execution is spot on. One from an hour into the future, I completely spaced. I completely forgot to mention in my script from that main video A-roll there that Zerta does also support a line in, a microphone input, so that you can use this on phone calls, or if you want to shoot a video like this with the microphone on a pair of earbuds. I can't really speak to many other issues or concerns. Switching tuning modes can sometimes come with a sharp pop if you're listening to audio while swapping, so you might want to pause. The play pause button on my review unit is a little creaky, plasticky sounding, where the volume buttons have a nicer click to them. The center button almost has a two-stage feel to it. I mean, that's about it. And it's hard to be too bothered by these kinds of issues when the Zerta arrives at such a killer price. We're landing this plane at $60. Audio performance that can give significantly more expensive DACs a run for their money with the magnetic cable swap system, and this price just floors me. I'm gonna start sounding like Crazy Eddie here. Like, it's less than a third what the THX Onyx costs. And while the Onyx can outperform it in some of my more scientific recording tests, I'm not entirely confident human ears will be able to pick up on many of those differences. IKKO has something really special here, and the price just makes it all the sweeter. If you've been looking at ways to dip your toes into the world of premium audio, your options to put out the sound keep getting better and cheaper. I'll of course leave some links down below for more info on the IKKO Zerda and all of the little magnetic cable swap accessories where you can shop some of these bad boys online. As always, thanks so much for watching, sharing, and subscribing. Supporting your favorite content creators has never been more critical, so I greatly appreciate those of you who are checking out the links down below. Maybe you're shopping a little merch. That kind of stuff really does help keep production rolling on this channel. Full list of all my affiliates and partnerships on SomeGadgetGuy.com, or you might consider, just maybe, joining the list of names scrolling by on your screen from my Patreon, patreon.com/SomeGadgetGuy. This list is basically a collection of the coolest tech pals on the planet, so I hope you'll check them out. Now, you know where you can find me around the rest of the internet, at SomeGadgetGuy on the Twitters and the Twitch, and the Facebooks and the Instagrams, and I will catch you all on the next review.